For this assignment, I'm going to show you how to use OneDrive. What I want you to do for this particular assignment is access OneDrive, and you have access to OneDrive, probably in several different areas, I'm sure, because they always give you access in multiple ways. But what you can do is access it through your school's email account. Didn't know you have a school email account? Every student does. If you do not have access to it or you're having problems with logging in, contact One Stop. If you go to the CWI main website, contact One Stop. By the way, their phone number is 562-3444. That's 208-562-3444. And you can also email them and do other things, but they can help you get access to your email account. Before we move on to OneDrive, I want to say that if you're brand new to school or newer, you should be checking your school's email account often. The best students, the most successful students, I should say, do it daily, definitely weekly. Why do I say that? I've had them open up their email account in front of me. It's part of an assignment that I do in some of my face-to-face classes. And students have had 200 and 300 and 400 unread emails to me. And we went through them, and literally one student was in tears saying, "Oh, I failed that class. The instructor kept saying they emailed me." And I said, "No, you didn't." And they thought that they were emailing them to their personal email account. I don't know why you would think all instructors have access to your personal email account. They only have access to your school email account. So that's very important to know. Check your school email often, very often. Anyway, let's talk about OneDrive for this particular assignment. In the upper left-hand portion of the screen, you should see what looks like a little waffle. It's called the app launcher, but somebody called it a waffle, so we're going to do it. By the way, if it's somewhere else, maybe it's in the center or the right, just click on it, but it should be in the left-hand portion of the screen. When you click on it, you will have lots of different options available to you. Two that I use all of the time, and many students do, are the calendar. This is the calendar. The online version of the calendar through work is how I keep track of everything in my life. It's how I'm actually somewhat sane. But we're not going to talk about that right now. What I use is OneDrive, which is cloud storage that all students have access to for free. And we're not going to go into incredible detail about this. You can do a quick YouTube search OneDrive tutorial. In fact, I implore you to do that because you have to understand about cloud storage. This is very important in your life. I guarantee you, your future school, your employers, if they're not doing it now, will share documents through you through cloud storage. Google has their own version of doing this. Maybe you're familiar with it, but it works virtually the same as this Microsoft OneDrive version. And it's just files and folders like you'd see anywhere, like you have on your computer, maybe a flash drive. You can do things like, let's do a few of the features here. You can click on New, and you can create a folder, just like you would do anywhere. Let's call it, maybe you have a class, Education 215 or QUID, whatever it might be. Click on it, give it a few seconds. It'll take 5 or 10 seconds, I don't know, but then it'll show up. You can open it up. Right now there's not anything in here, but if there were, there'd be files and folders in here. Let me go back here. In this main area, there are files and folders. There are example files and folders here. And part of the reason why I'm doing this little tutorial is because there is something called Word Online, also PowerPoint Online, and Excel Online. It's the online version of, in this case, let's talk about Word, that Microsoft created that all students have access to. Now, a quick note about the online version of these applications is it's not nearly as robust as the version that you'll have on a computer at school, probably on your computer at home, whatever it is. So you can use it for some things, but you may not be able to use it for everything. Let me show you what an online Word document looks like. I'm going to click on one. This is a document that I created a little while ago, and there's really not anything in here. I'm just going to click on it here, and since I already created this, if I'd like to do more editing in here, I can click on Edit in Browser, and that'll allow me to edit on the computer. If I click Edit in Word, it'll open up this document in Microsoft Word if you have the full version on your computer. This may or may not work though, but you'll have to have a more recent version of Word available to you. I'm going to quickly just edit it right here. And every time I put in a keystroke, a character, it automatically saves it, which is great. You don't have to worry about saving this because every time you do anything, it automatically saves every single little thing that you do. Do you want to change the name? One of the many ways you can change the name is you could just double click up here. And in this assignment, let's say I want you to create a Word document and I'd like you to call it, put in your name, not my name, I'm putting in my name, but put in your name, and then say Word Online. That's the name of this file right here. And it'll appear right here. I don't really care, just type anything down here, just one or two things down here. This is what I want you to do for this assignment. I want you to actually use Word Online. I want you to create a Word Online document, and I want you to change the name, and then just type anything down here. Type, this is my Word Online document. That works just fine for me. Well, a couple quick notes about this. You can use this just like you use Word, the robust version you find on your computer. You can insert things, page layout. You'll notice there are less tabs up here and less features though. That's because this doesn't do every single thing that the robust version on the computer does, but it does a lot. The other thing that you can do with this is there's a share button in the upper right hand portion of the screen, and you can type in someone's email address and it defaults on they can edit. And you can even put a message in there. You can send them a document. Do me a favor, do not send me one. I don't need 150 online documents sent to me. But if you and I were working together, you could create this online document, send it to me via email, either, and I can, when I open it, then I can edit it, it'll automatically change in here. Or you can say, oh, the person only gets to view it, which is completely fine. So you could work in it and then they can view it. And then you click share and it'll share it with that person. One of the cool things, we do this at work all of the time, and I guarantee your future schools will do this if they're not doing it now, is multiple people can work on this document. So if this were shared with 2 or more people, literally if they were typing, information would show up here, and then there might be edits up here. So multiple people can work on that particular document. So a quick summary. I'm not going to go over every single little feature, but you can create files and folders in here. For this assignment, what I want you to do is I want you to create a document. And by the way, if a document's selected, you have to deselect that, because if you click on something, then a whole set of choices open up for that particular thing that you have in here. You can get a link to it, you can download it, you can do lots of things. I'm not worried about that right now. What I want you to do is get into OneDrive. Create a Word online document. Put your name. I want you to change the name of it. Say, put in your name and then Word Online. And just type me a quick note. This is my Word Online document or something similar. And then I'll see your name up here and then this right here. This is how you get started with OneDrive in the Word version of OneDrive. I hope that helps. Thanks.